Hi guys, and welcome to Bomb Anime.
It's your girl, Ruka.
A big boy Summer here, bringing you Black Summoner, episode 1.
So we find out immediately Kelvin has been reincarnated, and it was because of the mistake of a god, but we didn't hear about what that mistake was. We just hear that the god needed to get some advice, so they went to the goddess of reincarnation, and Kelvin was like, yo, you want to be my slave? Sorry, summon?
And she was like, yeah, bet. I would definitely want to be tied to you because you love me and I want to love you too. It was a bit weird, but it was pretty creepy, to be fair.
I doubt he said any of that stuff. I know we didn't see his original personality very much, but he did seem to be a lot different compared to what he's like now.
I think you had a term for him, Ruka, didn't you?
What did I say?
You called him a jerk.
He seemed to be a little bit more ruthless and a little bit more self-absorbed back then, but kind of in a good way, like the kind of jerk you love to love.
No, the kind of jerk you love to love.
In my characters, yes. Not in real life.
Okay.
Then again, I like you, so.
Whoa! Why? Look, I have you know that people love me, and I'm not a jerk. Mostly. So, obviously, my guy Kelvin is a gamer in the real world. He's been a gamer. He instantly leveraged his memories for better resources and a better starting stat. He's the kind of gamer that will spend money in game and start off with the best pack possible. But he's also got the experience to back it. It's not a case where, you know, he's just got good gear and don't know what to do. He can actually back his chap.
That is true, and he obviously brokered a very good deal. But before we even get there, I felt like there were a couple of things that were a bit plot holey. Okay, I guess I'm clutching at straws a bit, but how does Kelvin know that he's Japanese, and how did he know that Melfina was good at games when he doesn't have any memories of any of that stuff? He shouldn't have been able to reference them. He shouldn't know what Japan is, but
I think I've got the answers to that one, to be fair. We were told he leveraged his memories. We didn't get told he leveraged all his memories. I think he leveraged like significant amounts, but had some trace amounts left. Like, I don't think he did all of his memories because clearly those holes wouldn't be there. And I feel like these guys probably thought a little bit more about their anime, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here because not every anime creator creates platinum men. Do you get what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yeah, I get that, but still, nah, I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt for it. Not doing it.
We controls violence.
Back to what you were saying about him brokering this deal. Let's look at what he actually has. He has summoning, which is rank S, and it has 9 spaces. It starts off out the gate having 9 slots to summon anything. People, gods, animals,
slimes.
Like, come on, bro. And then he can also speak to them. He has double growth rate, double skill points, experience sharing, appraising eye, which, okay, you know, appraisal, that's quite common when you come to like...
Not when it's S rank.
Okay, yeah, it's
like,
S
chill
rank.
out, bro.
And then he also has green magic on top of that.
And you forgot to say that the summoning actually adds 100 plus to every stat.
Yes, like that is wild. We don't know though about the experience sharing. Like, does it go both ways? Can he take experience from his summons and reshare it back? If that's the case, he could really mess with this goddess. If he has that experience sharing, he could, you know, take some of her experience, but also we don't know how long that experience sharing lasts. Is it completely forever, or is there some kind of time limit where you can get like a quick boost? I want to know more about like how that works.
I also want to know if it's experience or experience. Now, what I mean is it experience in terms of stats? Or have we already seen the experience sharing where he can communicate with his summons and they can communicate with each other? And that's the kind of experience sharing that they're talking about. I don't know yet, and I would definitely like to find out.
I would be disappointed if that was the case.
So would I.
When he went to the Adventurers Guild, he filled out a form and could just say, you know, what kind of magic he has. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the Adventurers Guild in Mushoku Tensei with the way that it works. It's not completely the same. There were a few big differences, but in terms of like the leveling up system and like obviously you start at the lowest level. If you don't complete a mission that you take on, you have a penalty. Like those types of things were quite similar.
Also, I'm kind of, and I know I'm clutching at straws here now. He could have wrote anything. Like, I'm an axe wielding maniac. I don't know. I'm a time god. I don't know. Like, there was no sort of appraisal or trying to figure out if he's telling the truth. Like, do you get what I mean? It was a bit.
Yeah, I actually prefer animes that do that. Like, I think Danmachi does this where when you go into the Adventurers Guild, you hold like a stone or something, and then it basically says like what power level you have. Don't kill me if that's wrong.
No, it does. It did.
I feel like it did. I like
Danmachi does it. Solo Leveling does it. Even Mashiko Tensei could have done it, but he chose not to. They do it.
Yeah, I like those. And also, like, that means that you don't have to start at the very bottom if you're way more powerful. You don't have to grind on the low missions if you have a better capacity. Like, for instance, people could have been doing their craft for a long time before they decided to become an adventurer, but then they have to start at the very bottom even though their capabilities are way higher. So, you know, I prefer that, but...
Even Cheap Magician did it. Like, sorry, I'm just thinking about... It's just a thing. Like, come on, guys, it's a thing. I wonder if the goddess has an ulterior motive, because I'm thinking long term. What pseudo omnipotent being is going to be like, okay, I'll come on an adventure with you just for shits and giggles? Like, do you get what I mean? What's the ulterior motive here? What did the other god do to F up so bad to kill a soul, and this soul is so special that he gets special pleading? Because if it was me and I made one mistake at work, I bury it under the sun and pretend that it never happened and hopefully no one finds out. But this god was like, yo, me, I made a mistake. Come on, how do we fix it? I feel like there's more to it and we're gonna find out. Or am I being a bit too skeptical?
No, I agree and disagree with you at the same time. Obviously, yes, he could have brushed it under the rug, but we don't know any of the dynamics between like how the god system works, because they didn't really tell us anything about that kind of thing. And in terms of her having an ulterior motive, yes, she might have one, but at the same time, she's been doing this job for over 1,000 years. Maybe she's bored of just sitting there and reincarnating people, even if it's vicariously through somebody else, and she'll have a chance to have like a body and do things like in the world as well.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but she can leave her job and let other people tackle it. At any point during those 1,000 years, she could have done this. Why now?
Because again, like I'm saying, yeah, she has employees. Like they said, they acted as if this was more like a job, but we don't know if they can interact in the world because they're gods and goddesses. When we saw this world, we didn't see like any form of gods or goddesses or anything like that. We didn't even see like buildings of worship or anything like that, which
Good
is
point.
odd.
Yeah, you make a sound point so far.
They might not have any ability to be inside of the world, and she might just be bored. Also, she clearly wants his D.
She definitely wants the D. Guys, she wants the D here.
Now, I thought that this world seemed really exciting and really fun, but near the end, they hit us with some really dark stuff. We had slavery, where they were selling people, and it wasn't quiet. Like in a lot of anime, you know, it's in the black market, it's like quiet. This was just out in the open, in the street,
in a dark alley, though.
It wasn't a dark alley. It was like a side road. Yeah, it wasn't like that he was openly saying, yeah, these are the goods that I've got. I had to pay a high price. Nobody is batting an eye about it. So that's making me feel like this anime is going to have a lot more dark elements to it, where they're not even bothering to hide it. It seems sanctioned by the higher ups, and also just the little things that they told us, like they said there's no baths or anything like that. Everyone just washes in the river. The only people that have like baths are the high nobles. So we're also seeing a massive disparity between the classes, the nobles and the lower class. So I'm guessing that's the reason why it's sanctioned, because it's sanctioned by the higher ups.
So you're saying geopolitically, in this world, if you're peasantry, you're basically commodity. Well, on that note,
don't forget to like, subscribe and share.
And if you made it this far, we really appreciate you.
Peace.